Welcome to a very special episode of The Chef's Plate. I'm Helen Ryba, and this is the Farm Fresh Granite Chef Challenge. Last week, we filled our mystery basket with locally sourced ingredients from 3 farms and a distillery. This week, we're going to take it to our 3 chefs, and their challenge is to create an unforgettable dish using all the ingredients hidden in the basket before time runs out. Who will win the Farm Fresh Granite Chef Challenge? During the challenge, they may use any pantry or refrigerated items from their own kitchens. Their dishes will then be judged on creativity, presentation, and taste by our esteemed guest judges, Susan Laughlin of New Hampshire Magazine and Keith Saracen of The Farmer's Dinner. Our first stop will be in Martingale Wharf in Portsmouth with executive chef Matthew Provinger, who has been one of the biggest advocates of local food in New Hampshire. Martingale Wharf features an expansive deck overlooking Portsmouth Harbor, a lounge with one-of-a-kind 360-degree bar, and a diverse menu appealing to all palates.
This is a lot of stuff. This should be hard. The benefits of eating local, it's healthier, it tastes better. You know, the produce just looks better. The meat isn't messed with. There's no, you know, I joke with my cooks, pork's been bred to have no fat in it now. And people complain it tastes like cardboard. So, you know, all the pork we have in this restaurant is local. You know, it's heritage breeds, it's better looking, you know, tastes better, so. I train classical French, and unfortunately nobody likes to eat that food anymore. It's too heavy, it's too thick, so it's clean flavors. You know, I want to taste what it's supposed to taste like. Like, we don't use a lot of marinades, we don't brine anything, it's just clean food. Tell my cooks 3-4 things on a plate, that's it. You know, I want to taste the vegetable, I want to taste the protein, you know, whatever it is, like just nice and simple. Be back. My favorite part of being a chef is the creativity, you know, the challenge every day of coming in and, you know, dealing with whatever's going to come in that door. We have great relationships with our fish guy, our produce guy, where we will order 5 pounds of something, and whatever comes in that day is what we roll with. You know, I got a phone call from my fish guy this morning. I ordered 5 pounds of fish last night to find out it's black bass. So we have 6 whole black bass coming in today, and we're going to run with it. So.
So what do you plan on making here?
Duck and peach sausage.
Oh, very inventive.
So, and as always, it's gluten-free. I think I'll win. You know, it's just clean, simple food. You know, the guys who I'm going up against, it's all different, so it should be an interesting judging. So.
How are you feeling? How's it going?
Oh, easy.
Easy?
Easy. There you go. That's it. We've got whiskey and plum roasted duck breasts with a peach and duck sausage, truffle and ginger grilled Japanese eggplant, barley salad with a little bit of apples, and then a sauce of red beets, blue cheese, and chocolate. Enjoy. It came out really nice. I like the sauce, you know, the beets, the blue cheese, the chocolate, a little bit of demi-glace in it. You know, I used the blue cheese instead of finishing it with butter, so it kind of melted in a little bit, gave it a little bit of that blue cheese funk. It was really good. You know, for me, that was a lot of ingredients. So it was trying to figure out where to put stuff and make it all fit. So, but it was fun.
I think the wheat berries ground up in the sausage, fantastic, and then sprinkling them over, you get that grainy taste of it, which texture. Is exactly really brings the dish together. And then the sauce really ties it together. The whiskey comes through, and you're really using the ingredients quite well.
And a bit of the chocolate, you can't forget that.
Can't forget the chocolate. That's amazing on it.
Chocolate from Dancing Lion. Well, I think it was really a challenge. The ingredients seemed so disparate. You know, fruits and vegetables and oddball vegetables like an eggplant and a beet, but he managed to tie it together.
You know, Rickety Ranch does a really good job of raising the duck, and a lot of times with duck it's really easy to kill it. And I thought what he did with the Shiro plums and the methylene plums, I thought that really brought a lot of the natural flavors and gaminess of the duck. Cut down the gaminess so you just have a little bit, but it's a beautiful sweet finish. And then with the chocolate, it really ties it in together. That sauce is brilliant. Fantastic job.
Our next stop will be at Stages at One Washington in Dover with executive chef owner Evan Hennessy. Chef Hennessy is trained in classical French techniques and methods and now serves what he calls modern New England cuisine, utilizing locally farmed and foraged foods to create artistically inspired dishes.
All right, let's see what this is. Sweet. Duck. That's the drink. Wheat berries. Dark chocolate. Eggplant. Lovely. Shades of blue from Brookford. I think these are beets. Some apples. Peaches. Nice. Little tomatoes. Those are delicious.
Okay, Evan, you know what's in your basket. You get 45 minutes. Go to it.
Let's do it. Farm table movement is really important to us. It's a vital part of what Stages is. It's how we build our menus. It's where our food comes from. It really completes the circle of bringing the food from the farmer to the chef to the diner, and we feel that's an extremely important part of what we do and who we are. The benefits of eating local, there's so many different benefits. I mean, you're able to support your community, which is a huge thing. You know your farmer, you know where the food comes from. It seems to definitely taste a lot better, I think, when you can make that connection to where your food comes from. And we know, just from a health standpoint, it's better from something that would be, you know, found in the store or shipped across the United States. I've worked with pretty much all of this before. So whether that's an advantage or disadvantage, it might be clouded with previous ideas.
What do you think is the biggest challenge ingredient-wise?
The chocolate. One of my favorite local ingredients to cook with is garlic. And anything within the garlic plant, everything from the root all the way up to the scape, or anything like that. It's just the versatility of flavor within just one plant is amazing. And I think that you can show so many different levels and layers of flavor with just garlic. So I took what I wanted from the duck, took the skin off, rendering that at 85 Celsius. I got the breast going at 52 Celsius, so we cook them at different temperatures. Take the rest of the bird, I just kind of get a quick sear on it, let a little fond develop in the bottom of the pan, deglaze it with the bourbon or the whiskey, and then juice the beets. Beets gonna go in there. We're gonna blow that down a little bit, hit it with the water, and then we're gonna strain it off and blow it down even farther. So it's a quick stock. So we sous vide the duck. This is a little bit different, but then again, going back into sort of classical like quick sauces and quick stocks is the rendering of the fat, the searing of the bones to make a stock out of that real fast. I don't think I've gone too far off the beaten path yet. Chocolate's really good. Sure I have to put this in the dish? Grind a little bit of salt, mix it in with the wheat. Go way back to, way deep in like South American history. Such a great cheese. Okay. Whiskey, beet juice, salt, pepper, and now sherry vinegar. We're gonna take it right down to the wire and let the duck rest. Maximize that time instead of trying to scoop this thing on the plate really, really fast. I've got enough time to get the duck out of the water and let it rest before I have to slice it. Let's try to end early, but not plate early. Hands up, utensils down. There we go. So, got the sous vide duck breast coated in wheatberry and chocolate, roasted eggplant with the shades of blue, pressed the other plum there, and then build the sauce and basically put everything else into the sauce.
This is much different than our first one. This is exciting.
I'm not quite sure where to start.
You got to start with the meat. The toasting on it is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. The cocoa, it really brings out more of that toasted flavor, but it doesn't kill the duck. You still have this, the duck's almost sweet as it's coming through, and it complements everything else so well. What I love that you did with the methley plum is you allowed it to still be a plum. You didn't mask it with the other flavors. You didn't try to hide it. It really brings out the sweetness of the plum. Unbelievable.
That little bit of red plum, it was almost like a little dab of caviar, the accent to the rest of the items, and it was just surprising how sweet it was and pure.
My favorite part of the dish, I think, was figuring out where to put the chocolate. That took me a second. That was the wrench. That was definitely the wrench in the system for me. Once I kind of really dug into South American history as to where it came from, then all of a sudden it clicked as to where it belongs in that dish.
Next up, we put one more chef to the test, and then our judges will announce the Farm Fresh Granite Chef Challenge winner.
The food we eat has changed so much. Today, the average meal travels 1,500 miles before it even reaches your plate. We no longer know that farmer and know the food that they grow. We forgot how real food is even supposed to taste. We forgot the experience of picking fresh food and taking the very first succulent bite. Somewhere along the way, we lost our connection with food and farmer. Tonight is about bringing people back to the farm. Bringing them back to a sustainable food system where local food is the norm and not the exception. Tonight is about local restaurants being a part of a sustainable food system, purchasing food from farms and not from factories. Tonight is about building a community that embraces the farmer rather than ostracizing them to a relic of the past.
Our last stop will be at the local eatery in Laconia with executive chef owner Kevin Halligan. The local eatery provides top quality meals made from local organic produce and grass-fed, naturally raised meats and poultry. Chef Kevin believes in supporting locally and regionally sourced items and is committed to sustaining the vitality of economic growth in the Lakes region. All right, Chef, here is your basket. Take a look and let us know what you think.
Excellent.
All right, so what do you think of the ingredients?
Great.
Anything a
Absolutely.
challenge?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a pretty funky mix. No doubt.
Well, you have 45 minutes. You ready?
Ready?
Okay, get going.
Let's do it. Farm-to-table movement's important to me because it's just a better way of living, better food, better quality, keeps money local. I think all the above.
Okay, Chef, of all the ingredients, what do you feel is the biggest challenge?
I think the chocolate.
So can you tell us what you have in mind?
I'm thinking duck 3 ways. We made you the breast with a mole sauce and a low basmati rice. The wings grilled with a peach honey glaze over some eggplant fries, and then a quick braised duck leg with some kind of, well, almost like a plum apple chutney. $25 minutes left. I've always cooked since I was 6. I think that's, I don't know. I've always just gravitated towards cooking, and that's what I like to do, and that's what I do. Tastes good. Tastes real good. Favorite part about being a chef? I think the fast pace. Yeah, fast pace, adrenaline, I don't know. Making people happy. Seeing their face after they've eaten, you know, saying that was the best meal I've ever had.
We've got 13 minutes left.
13 minutes left.
How's it going? You think your timing's good?
I think I'm good. I hope.
Okay, you have 5 minutes left, Kevin.
Thank you.
We're at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo-hoo-hoo. Good job. Perfect. Amazing.
Maybe. We'll see how it tastes. All right. Today we have a quick braised duck leg, which I know is kind of an oxymoron, with a chocolate mole. Then you have a wheatberry salad, or wheatberry beet pilaf, with a little Brookford blue cheese, a rare seared duck breast, and an apple plum chutney. And then eggplant fries with a peach honey glazed duck wing. Enjoy. Thank you.
I love this presentation on a long plate. We've got the duck 3 ways, the crispy leg, the breast with a chutney, and the thigh with the mole sauce. I can hardly wait to dig in.
Looks fantastic.
Yeah. Let's eat.
One of the things I love that he did here is the blue cheese complements it on its own. He allowed the blue cheese, he didn't mix it in,
Right.
and he allowed it to really settle on top of it. So you get that texture of the wheat berry, but you also get the fantastic flavor of the blue cheese. Complements it well.
That's right up front.
My favorite thing about the dish is how well the chutney complements the duck breast. It is absolutely amazing. You get that really sweet flavor when you're using, you know, the plums, the peaches, the apples, and you get that flavor coming through with the duck. It balances it so well. The mole, incredible, incredible. You know, I definitely think that he did a fantastic job. It helps when you have amazing products, right?
Exactly.
And so I think that's amazing.
They're almost like super fruits. The fruits from Kimball Farm.
Absolutely.
And, you know, the plum, which is a very tart, acidy thing, just added the brightness to that chutney.
I would definitely come back for this dish
Oh, I would too.
in a heartbeat. Maybe we should.
Ooh, we should.
A fourth
Is it a date?
It- a fourth date.
Okay, judges, you've had 3 great dishes, all different. So tell me about them.
It was, well, first of all, we had a lot of fun eating our way across the state. It was, thank you for the opportunity, Helen.
Well, thank you.
So it was interesting. You know, they all had the same ingredients to work with, obviously, but they treated them so differently, and that's wherein lies the difference.
Absolutely. There was definite pros about every single part of each meal. The amount of effort they put into it. And we threw in some curveballs, and so that was really tricky. But you can really tell the talent out of each one of those meals. When we started with Matt, he did a fantastic job. He has a French background. You could really taste that French influence in his cooking. I thought he hit it out of the park with the eggplant. I remember you commenting on that.
The vegetables were superb. Just the grilled eggplant with some ginger, tiny bits of ginger, and also the beets were excellent.
Yeah, he treated that really, really well. And then it's such a contrast going to Evan's place over at Stages. We thought what Evan did with the methyl plum using a compression technique, which isn't really widely known out there, especially if you're not a chef. Infusing that flavor back into the product was out of this world. That was one of the best things I've eaten in a long time.
It was kind of our wow factor. I think I actually said wow, you know, because it was so surprisingly intense, the flavor. And that's sort of like when you get intensity of flavor, you just have to get excited.
Absolutely.
So now how about Kevin?
I think what Kevin did was really, really remarkable. Kevin made a really beautiful chutney on top of that duck breast that was absolutely out of this world. And then, as wonderful as those flavors were, he took it to a different level with that chocolate mole, really bringing in what Dancing Lion does so well with their product, and doing that with the duck thigh. And man, that was pretty remarkable.
Yeah, and the use of the chocolate was the challenge for all 3 chefs. And the mole was the most natural expression for the chocolate. And of course, it went very nicely on the duck leg.
Honestly, all of them were incredibly tasty. They all three deserve to really win. They did a fantastic, fantastic job, and I know I personally will be back to each of the restaurants. If we had to bring it down to brass tacks, we ended up going with Evan. What Evan did with the compression method, what Evan did with slicing the Shiro plum and then putting the blue cheese under, it really took it to a whole different level. He layered flavors in a masterful way, and that's why Evan won.
Yes, all three items on his plate were a fabulous solution to the problem. And they were just a little bite, but that's all you needed, is just to have that one fabulous bite, and sometimes that's all you really need.
Fantastic. Well, you guys ready to go for a duck dinner?
Oh.
Maybe next time.
Thank you. Congratulations, Evan. You won our Granite Chef Challenge.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo. And you win this
Thanks.
beautiful basket.
Awesome, I love this thing.
Okay, time for picnic.
Let's go.
We'd like to thank the following sponsors for supporting us and local farmers: Red River Theaters, The Farmer's Dinner, Good Eats New Hampshire, Cotton, Burt's Better Beer, Surf Sushi Bar, Empty's Local Kitchen and Wine Bar, Wellington's Marketplace, Bantam Grill, Pearl Restaurant and Oyster Bar, Out There Productions, Peterborough Basket Company, Dancing Lion Chocolate, Courtyard by Marriott Grapponi Conference Center, Hagen's Grill, and the New Hampshire Farm to Restaurant Connection. Thank you.